which was a Kickstarter. Alf Siegert designed Heir to the Pharaoh, where one player is cats, one player is dogs.
This is one I do want to play because I do enjoy both species, but I am more of a dog person. I do more of a cat person, so I feel like it's a perfect.
It's pretty good, and you're fighting over control of Egypt, and essentially.
Really, I thought it was ancient Japan.
You'd think that, but you'd be wrong. This was pretty unique. There is a board, and you're placing things on it, but not your characters. You don't have cats and dogs, and you do not ever directly go on the board. Instead, it's really a bidding game. So at the beginning of each round, there are 6 gods, and you're each going to be bidding with a deck of 10 cards, 1 through 10, and you just put one card face down, flip, higher card takes the god, and the gods are your actions.
Okay.
At the end of each bidding phase, you will trade cards that you spent. So if you use all your high cards, your opponent will have them next round. So there's a little bit of that, which changes the dynamic. And the gods will let you do different things, mainly placing monuments on the board and claiming them for either your side or, if you're your opponent's side, whatever, depending on which god you get as well. And at the end of the game, what the monuments are facing are what gets them points. So there's 3 different types of monuments, for instance, and like one of them's worth 3 points, 2 points, 1 point. So if whatever your guys are looking at gets you points based, that's the general gist of it. There's more, but it's boring to talk about. And then there's also a pyramid in the center of the board that you're going to be building, where every other turn, there's like an extra special super bid, and if you win that, you claim a level of the pyramid, and whoever claims the majority of the pyramid gets a big point bonus at the end. And there's other ways to get points based on collecting shrine and monument cards. So it's another one where there's kind of multiple tracks that you can take.
So it sounds like it's a bidding game where you're not bidding to place your characters on a board as much as you're bidding for building the city.
Yeah, you're really bidding on what you're able to be going to be doing that turn, and most of the things are towards city building. And sometimes you might want to just kind of forfeit a bid because you're like, well, I should save my good cards for next time when it's more important.
Right, and that way you also give your opponent worse cards.
Exactly. So it is strange because it is only 2 players.
And this one, Garrett won?
Garrett won this game as well, though it was closer than Twilight Struggle.
He only got half a euro.
It is only 2 players, but it's a bidding game. I can't think of any. Usually bidding, you think more players will be involved, but I think the fact that you switch your 2 decks is really what makes that work very well. And pretty fun theme, your cats and dogs. There's also magic cards I didn't mention.
Oh, from what set?
Clever. They're animal magic cards, and they will do things on your bidding, like you play them secretly, and it might be lowest card wins this round. But then your opponent knows you put a card face down, so they might be like, oh, I wonder if it's the low bid card. Maybe I should play a low card. There's head games you can play.
There should be some in there that are like the Goldine and Smash Brothers. They don't do anything.
That would be pretty good. There was one time where I played. I forget what happened. He played a card to swap our bids. Me not knowing that, only seeing that he played a card, figured, well, I'm probably going to lose this, so I just played my lowest card, and he took it, and I won. That was pretty good. So there's some fun stuff like that. There's also a variant in there that we didn't try, but I really want to, where if you play, each person has a curse card, and if you play that as your bid, then your opponent loses points based on what their bid was, and whoever's the most cursed at the end, you get a penalty. So it sort of discourages you from just playing your higher card even more. Mm-hmm. Anyway, it was a cool game. There's a fun 3D building aspect. The only thing that was weird about it to me is it really felt like a game that would be fun with 3 or 4 players. It wasn't designed for that at all. There's no variant rules for that. But I wish I could play it with more people, because felt like it would be a good party game with.
Well, definitely with the chaos during the bidding. If all of a sudden, like you put in all of a sudden, someone said, well, I'll do lowest. Well, I'll do switch, and then everyone just shuffles their cards all of a sudden.
Yeah, like, way more going on with that. So it'd be awesome if they made an expansion to do that, but I don't know if they would because
you have to buy the other core.
I guess so. If you enjoyed this video, it was just a snippet of our full-length podcast, which you can find on our YouTube channel every week. So please go ahead, like, and subscribe for more board game-related content coming at you in the future.
And don't forget to check out rollforcrit.com, where we actually sell a lot of the games we talked about, as well as post news and all our other videos. Until then, I'm Will Keeler.
I'm Jonathan Estes, and this is Roll for Crit.